final match here at the eChampions League 2025 league phase. And for a few of our competitors, the final match of their ECL entire campaign. Sancho, I'm going to come to you first. Our featured match, Anders Vejrgang against Danny Pitbull. Talk to me about the Italian, Danny Pitbull. What does he need to do to get anything out of Anders here?
He just lost a bad match just before, a couple of minutes ago. He really wants to do well against Anders, one of the best players in the world right now. So Danny is one of the players who feel the pressure and uses for himself. You know what I mean? Absolutely. He really wants to win against him. He really wants to deliver points.
They've played 3 times. Anders is 3-0. Case. Is it about to be a 4-0? For the Dane?
I mean, there's definitely potential for that to happen. I think that Anders is looking at this. If he locks in these 3 points, he's pretty much secured that top 8. But, I mean, Danny Pitbull, never underestimate him. But he's going up against a world champion, and we'll see how this one's going to go. If
results go Anders' way, there's a world in which he could finish top. Levi de Weerd is taking on Samu Gamer. The 3 matches that are in the centre pods at the moment are absolute blockbusters. There is 3 featured games, I'm going to say it. There's even more, to be completely honest. There is Levi de Weerd and Samu Gamer. They're underway right now. A match in the corner that I'm keeping an eye on as well. Elimination taking on Di Fernandez. You've got Emre Yilmaz, who, if results go his way and he picks up a win, could top the table as well. We're going to be keeping an eye on that 1 through 8. We're going to keep a very, very close eye on 9 through 24 as well. Would you rather play in this first game now, or know what you have to play for in the second set? Because if you win, if you go out there and play now,
I'm gonna go for play now.
I would play it later.
Yeah.
Because then you know what you can play for. You know that
playing
you
later.
need a point, you need a win. I was just speaking to the coach there, who's with Levi de Weerd, and he said he was looking at the table, he was looking at the league phase, and he said it's impossible. I can't tell him to play for a draw because I don't know what's going to happen later. You just got to go and you have to win.
I guess you always need to play to win.
Absolutely. But in half an hour time, a draw's enough, potentially. Danny Pitbull here, getting underway.
This mentality, you know, you have always to deliver points. You cannot draw, you have to win.
Well, there's been an early goal here between Emre Yilmaz and Luka Negua. It's gone Emre Yilmaz's way. The Real Sociedad representative as Neat and JP Slater kick off with a bang, a bicycle kick from the Spaniard. Danny Pitbull from right to left here in that Napoli strip. It could be an early chance for the Italian. Finesse at the near post.
Almost there. We're almost there, Danny.
Kaka into Rude Hully. Chance again across the goalkeeper. Heads it down. There's the goal. There's the opening. Case. It's taken 5 minutes. It's been all Danny.
It has been
calma.
No, that is exactly what Danny is. No celebrations here as we see him. As we see the replay come in here. Starts off with Kaka. Hullet, a couple rebounds in. Twisting and turning with Rivaldo. And he's able to put it 1-0 up against Anders.
Oh, we need to talk about Danny Pitbull's position in this league table as well. Right now, 18th on 8 points. He has to win.
He has
stay in the competition.
He has, and he wants to. And this starts, it's really what he wanted.
7 minutes in. And that puts Danny Pitbull up onto 10 points and well in the knockout phase bracket.
You know, Danny is such a calm guy when he plays this. So with this game with so much pressure in it, he really feels it, but he really doesn't want to show it off.
That's the opposite of his opponent.
Absolutely.
Complete opposite. You'll
get everything from Anders. Happiness, sad, aggravated, adulation. He's not very good at hiding his emotions. So having a look at the bottom of the screen there. Di Fernandez 2-0 up against elimination. That would be a big 3 points for the Portuguese star. And Samu Gamer could be suffering his first defeat of the tournament. Levi de Weerd going 1-0 up. And look at that table. Emre Yilmaz is top as it stands right now. Still so much FC left to play here. Could be a chance here for Anders. Just shrugged off the ball by Laurent Blanc. It's been a good start, Case, for Danny here.
Yeah, fantastic start here. As we see a replay come in here for the Emre Yilmaz versus Luka Negwood game. Looks like Luka Negwood potentially is getting one back here up against Emre. Cruyff across the goal, and it is 1-1 in that matchup.
And we've been following that story as well from Jaden Groden. He's underway at the moment, and 3-1 up against Gio Bundy, which puts him into that top 8. A bicycle kick at the near post from Lucio. Not only into the top 8, it puts him 4th as Danny Pitbull doubles his lead.
Mamma mia, Danny! Mamma mia, Danny! 2 goals up against Anders. Mamma mia!
The thoughts of Santu, not Richard Buckley. There is no completely unbiased here. I reckon that's speaking for my co-commentator. It's a great finish at the near post, Case.
Yeah, fantastic finish. I mean, I think you're celebrating here more than Danny Pitbull is here in the seat in that game. But no, fantastic start for him. I don't think we anticipated this, but it's interesting because Anders was asking, is 12 points enough? Was he worried about Danny Pitbull? Was he worried about this last game?
He definitely was worried about Danny because he knows that Danny is a real threat. And now we're gonna see Samu. Oh, Samu actually is 2-0 down. Is it?
Yep, certainly is. As I don't think there was much celebration from Danny Pitbull because he knows how quickly Anders Vejrgang can turn a game around.
Is it? Am I wrong? Samu is the first time that he's going down in a score.
Yeah, I believe so. If you look at his game, 6-2 against Brees, 8-0 versus Keikarai. Brancher was a 5-1 win. He then beat Assault and Young before trailing at the moment to Levi de Weerd.
Look how Danny really doesn't want to delete any ball or don't go any faster than he needs.
And I suppose not only the story that Anders is losing this game, he'd finish on 12 points having played all 6 matches. If Nicholas was to win and Elja Peixoto was to win, there's a world in which Anders doesn't actually finish in the top 8. There's a lot to play for. There's a lot left to go. However, I'm just painting the picture that might get filled in.
Maybe that's why he was asking if 12 points was enough.
Let's just see this attack here from Anders. Mbappe with a good block, but 2-0, 25 minutes gone in this game. Brandon Smith on the host desk. What's been happening across the other games?
Hey, look, I mean, there's a lot happening, isn't there, in round 6? We've got our eyes firmly across all the action here. Tom Lee says, checking with you. Di Fernandez, you said, could be on his way to a top 8.
Yeah, I mean, Anders is stressing about the 12 points for good reason. If people like Di Fernandez are going to win their game, that pack is catching up very fast. And Di Fernandez is 3-0 up against Iliad. Could be 4. He's in with Kaka, 1-on-1. Oh, it's gone wide. But it's 3-0. Well. And that puts a lot of pressure on the players that are around there because Di Fernandez suddenly propped up. We haven't seen him in the top 8 yet. All of a sudden, he's arrived at the right time.
Ryan, we just spoke off camera about, you spoke of Anders Vejrgang moments before this game. He said, was 12 points be enough? You said he needed maybe an extra point.
Yeah, a bit of intel. I spoke to him and he asked if 12 points was enough. I told him he needs to rely on other results if he finishes on 12. And the reason he said that is that he didn't feel confident in that Danny Pitbull final game, which is very unlike Anders. So for his sake, I hope he can come back.
Another game you're watching as well, Jaden Groden. What's happening in his game? I think we've got a highlight from it.
Yep, and Jaden Groden is flying. He scored goal number 4 in the 30th minute. Mbappe in behind, green timed across the face of goal. Gio Bundy is down by a 3-goal deficit, and for him that would mean elimination, but for Jaden that would pretty much secure top 8, which would be an incredible accomplishment.
Well, look, Jaden said he's been loving the format in the eChampions League. Shells, from your 2 games, any main talking points? Resende's looking dangerous.
I mean, Resende versus Keikarai, this is a big matchup. Keikarai needs a result here, otherwise he's getting eliminated. Resende still has a chance of making it through, which is very unpredictable still, and Neat taking on JP Slater. JP's already eliminated, so Neat is kind of cooling right now, but big game between Resende and Keikarai.
Well, that's the latest from our 6 games over here on the analyst desk. Richard, over to you to take us through the main match.
With that result, actually, Resende goes into 23rd. He squeaks in with half of the competition still left to play. So there could be a chance in which Resende might, he'd have to have a huge turn of results going his way, qualify through. Some of those players were, as it stands, going out as well. Marley, Tekkz, Keikarai, Young, Gio Bundy and Brees. Big names falling.
Absolutely.
Apologies for any unsavory language there that you might hear from Anders, but the frustration evident. 2-0 down and struggling.
Yeah,
Tekkz.
absolutely struggling. I think that we're seeing a different scene that we've seen in any of these other rounds. The only other time we've really seen him struggle in this competition was his very first game up against Emre Yilmaz. That's his only other loss in this weekend. And so we'll see if he's able to bring this back. We all know Anders has it in him. But yeah, to be fair, Danny Pitbull is controlling the entirety of this game.
Can we say Anders just a bit relaxed himself in the previous match for the 6-1? Again, Luka with the second goal, and yes, there it is. He takes the lead with a beautiful goal here, Luka, for Roma. Let's go, Luka. Well done, bravo.
Forty minutes on the clock. Danny Pitbull leading here up against Anders Vejrgang. Zico driving through the heart, but Laurent Blanc with a big sliding tackle. As Di Fernandez adds a fourth against Ilian Bushi. Ilian, he's more than like, I mean, he is going to be through in the middle pack. 11 points as Danny Pitbull adds a third.
And it makes 3, Danny. 3 goal up for Danny Pitbull against Anders. What a match. What a play.
Santu, it's such a mystery who your favorite players are in this competition. I'm constantly guessing. No idea.
Guess who?
Danny Pitbull.
I mean, he's playing wonderful. Look at this. Look at his goal. Look at perfect shot, perfect action. No reactions at all for Danny. What a player.
It's a good job there's no Barnsley players in this tournament. That'd be unbearable. Danny Pitbull. 3-0 up here against Anders Vejrgang. Anders coming straight back from the kickoff. Does score at the near post.
Calma. Calma. We need to relax. It's only the 43rd minute of the match.
We?
I feel it, you know? I feel the match.
As we saw the replay there, that is Zico. Not even green timed, but that is putting Anders back into this matchup. It is 3-1 with plenty of time left to go. Let's see if he's able to turn it around.
As we're approaching half-time, Anders with a second good save from Buffon, does deflect it out for a corner kick, and it's going to be a short corner, whip straight into the box. That's dangerous. He gets up for the bicycle kick, but can't quite connect. Still a chance here. Ruud Gullit, good twisting, turning, the shot taken off his toe by Laurent Blanc, and that will do us at the halfway point. Danny Pitbull.
What a
leading.
defense for Danny. What a defense actually here for Danny. Well done for the first half of the match. Is him and Luka Negua taking the lead. Very well done for the Italians.
Anders Vejrgang, lots to do if he wants to guarantee himself a place in the top 8. Let's have a word with Brandon and the team on the desk. What's happening?
I mean, look, we're just having a look at the table, really, gents. I mean, what's happening? I mean, you're seeing Resende. Richard just said a second ago he was, what, 23rd, 24th? Look at where he's on the table now.
Yeah, 22nd for Resende. Shelza, if you have the pleasure of watching that game as well in the highlights.
This is a massive game against Kekorai. He's sitting in 29th right now, who's currently stands eliminated from the tournament. Resende, we don't know how goal difference is going to play, but right now it's 3-0 up.
I mean, look how it's affected it, by the way. You've got the two City boys, Bonanno and Tekkz, dangerously close here. They'll be looking at every single result. It's changing by the minute.
Do you know who's someone that is going to be being grateful of his position? Mateus right here, 18th, 9 points. He had 6 points before the start of this round. So if he wins this game, for me, that puts him 100% through in the top 24. And he's 3-2 up right now, so he's in a good position.
And let's be honest, he's a player that we haven't really spoken about. He won the Czech League, didn't he? He's sort of, because he's maybe not a big name here, we haven't maybe given him the respect he deserves.
It's 4-3 now, actually, I may say. So he just scored another goal, but there was another one as we turn around to look at the table. His goals going in across all of the games is just really high scoring.
Absolutely. Look, we'll keep you up to date with these 6 games, but for now, Richard, back over to you and the team.
Yeah, back on the way for the second half. Anders and Danny Pitbull wasting absolutely no time. Kick it off for the second 45. As Samu Gamer trails 3-0 against Levi de Weerd. Could be a chance here for Danny Pitbull. Can't quite get away from Jaap Stam and will be awarded a corner. It's gone short. with the set play. Thierry Henry into Ruud Gullit, takes a chance, smashes it across the goalkeeper. Santu.
4 meatballs, we say in Italy. 4 polpette for Anders here. Let's see how it goes, because this could be a huge turnaround for Anders' tournament.
It's quite saucy, Case.
Quite saucy at that. Gullit. Almost every single competitor had him on their team, and it seems to be an MVP of a lot of these players today. But we definitely got a game on our hands. The meatballs. I've never heard that one before.
We say that a lot of times in Italy in football war, to say like every meatball is a goal scored or a goal conceded. So for now it's 4 meatballs for Danny.
All right.
So I would maybe go for Yorkshire puddings.
Pardon?
It's okay. 2-1. Luka Negwa leading here against Emre Yilmaz. As we head on board here with 15-point total Samu Gamer. But this has been a rather convincing performance here from Levi de Weerd, Case.
Absolutely. This is putting him in 2nd place in the standings, and so that has just projected him up there. I think we've seen a lot of moments of greatness here, and especially going up against one of the wonder kids of this competition. I knew this one was going to be tough. I've been waiting for this match the entirety of the day.
Thank you.
Because you're welcome. You're welcome. But no, Samu's been so fantastic. So the fact that he's losing 4-0 is a bit of a surprise.
I mean, he needs to be in that kind of position, so he knows on how to recover for a lose or for a lot of goals conceded, you know.
And his Italian compatriot is helping him out, because with Luka Negwa beating Emre Yilmaz, it means that his top spot is intact. If Emre Yilmaz was to beat Luka Negwa, Emre would go up into top spot on 16 points.
That is looking very good for the Italians, guys. That is looking very good.
As Danny Pitbull jumps on board here, 55 on the clock, leading 4-1. Anders Vejrgang, couple of step overs, that's vintage Anders, but the goalkeeper movement from Danny Pitbull was equal to it. Corner, whipped into the box, gets the bicycle kick, again the goalkeeper stands strong.
The build-up there, I was actually really impressed there with Zico. I think that Anders, it's just not quite finishing there for him. He's creating a lot of fantastic opportunities, but if he keeps on with this, I think that he has plenty of time to get back into this one.
I mean, Danny's defense is very tight. He really cannot find any space to finish it.
It's a lovely through ball down the line. Anders pulling players out of position there. You see the fullback, he's high. And a corner is awarded. It's a short one again. He scored off the last one, recycling to the edge of the box and then pinging the ball into Ruud Gullit. That's nice feet from Danny Pitbull. He's playing very confidently right now, Santu.
Yeah, it's very comfortable right now. And we have to be careful at these counter-attacks now, because Anders, you know, is always a threat.
Yeah, it certainly is. Mbappe at the near post. Gigi Buffon, once again, stands up to it. And Laurent Blanc with a good defensive header out to clear the danger. Anders probing on the edge of the box. But he gets the ball pinched off his toe. And maybe a counter-attack here. Up the other end.
That move was actually very good, very impressive for Danny.
Even as a big Danny Pitbull fan, Santu, did you see this?
Yeah.
You saw this happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
I respect it. I did not see this. I would not have predicted this one, a much closer matchup, and I probably would have predicted Anders to win.
I mean, Danny is still a 2 times his area champion, you know. Of course, Anders is one of the best players in the world, but of course, Danny can deliver.
And let us know in the chat if you guys have any questions. I do have the chat open. We're looking at all of your guys' messages. Have any questions for me, Richard, or Santu? Let us know. We'll be able to get to those as we see them come in.
There's a little bit of a tactical foul there comes in from Anders, and Danny's more than happy to recycle possession, slow down the tempo and pace of the game. and just see this clock burn down. 4-1, Danny Pitbull leading. Brandon Santu saw it coming. Did anybody on the desk?
Yeah, there's a lack of meatballs maybe on the desk at the moment. Actually, no, there's probably quite a lot of meatballs if we're going off Italian football terms here, because where do we start? I mean, Di Fernandez is right amongst the top 8, Tom, and he's getting that goal difference. Is it 6 or 7-0?
It's dawned on me how big this win is. He's 7-0 up, and it's now put him right in the mix, because of the people on 12 points, he's got the best goal difference, because he's absolutely demolishing Ilian in front of my eyes. It has just been goal after goal after goal, and it's put him high up the list. I mean, delivered right the last time. Call him the postman.
Absolutely. I mean, look, we won't get in the way, but if you can get a shot on 7th and 8th on the table at the moment, Anders Vejrgang, that'll be the end of his group stage on 12 points. We spoke about on the desk, Ryan, if goal difference swings to other players, he could fall out that top 8. And
yeah, it's not even that. You've got to worry about Alihan, who's on 16th, who's in 16th. He's got 9 points. Goal difference as well could be factored in. Levi Finn, you've got Nicholas as well. There's a few players that could leapfrog him based on the points. So yeah, it's going to be a tough last round for him, because he's going to rely on other results.
Someone else in 22nd at the moment, you can see Resende on 6 points. Why we're speaking about that, Shells, is because he's putting away quite a few goals, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's currently 5-1 up against Keikare, who's most likely will be going out of the tournaments. And as you can see, Resende trying to score as much as he can with a through ball into Hullet. Composure, just to put the 5th past Keikare.
Hey, well, look, we're going to see how these final 15 minutes go in our games. And Richard, back to you for some more meatballs.
A result that we've also not really spoken about too much. Kosu fighting for his life. He's beating LJR Peixoto right now, and that puts him through on 7 points.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I would have predicted LJR to win that game relatively comfortably, as Emre Yilmaz and Luka Negua are going head-to-head. That's a driven pass into Henri, a finesse at the near post. And if Emre Yilmaz can pick up 3 points, he could find himself at the top of the table, Case.
Yeah, absolutely. He needs this win in order to surpass Samu Gamer with the current outcome of that game. Yeah, no, Emre's also undefeated going into this one, and so he is not looking to get his first loss in this competition. He's looking for that #1 spot. Knowing him, he wants to be #1.
Danny Pitbull has a 5th, and there's the reaction.
And there's the reaction. La manita di Danny Pitbull. 5 goals in the nets, and now he leaves himself for a huge reaction right now, because he plays very good.
And it also, Case, puts him through 10 points.
As we see the replay in here, we haven't seen many celebrations here, but it's looking like he's getting closer and closer to that win. It seems like he doesn't celebrate until he knows he's clinched it.
I also think Anders evidently frustrated there, because he knows with Nicholas still to play, with Alihan Lyon, they're going to be facing against each other. One of them will win. Nicholas goes to 13. Alihan Lyon would go to 12, depending on goal difference. Levi Finn is still let to play. There's a world in which Anders, a real reality, in which he doesn't finish in that top 8.
That's why your question earlier, would you rather play now or later? I would much rather play later, because Absolutely. It is out of his hands at that point. I wouldn't even be able to sit here and watch this last round of competition if I'm in his shoes, because it's just too stressful a situation. You can't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, but you're Anders, you know, one of the best players in the world. You know, you said in an interview that if he wins, he's the goal. He said that, actually. So he really shouldn't be caring about when to play. It's before, later.
I agree. Anders with a chance, not going to happen. Danny Pitbull had his eChampions League phase in his own hands. A win puts him in a great position to finish in the knockout phase, with also a good seed going into it tomorrow. A loss would have left him in a real predicament, and he has turned up when the lights shone brightest.
It's crazy, Rich, because I'm also looking at this league table as it has been updating. I blink and everything is shifting. This last round of games is about to be so intense. I can't imagine being in their positions, because every single goal matters.
And look at Emre Yilmaz here. This is going to put Emre Yilmaz on top of the table. 16 points.
Can we say that was a bit of unlucky for Luka Negua? Because, you know, get the rebounds and the ball comes back into the net, the back of the net. Yeah.
Might be unlucky, but the facts don't lie. 16 out of 18 for Real Sociedad and Emre Yilmaz.
What a leaderboard, actually. Really,
Absolutely.
What a leaderboard. Unbelievable.
No one winning all the games.
Correct. Official.
But Emre Yilmaz with 5 wins and a draw to his name will be standing on top of the table with no one really to be able to get close to him. Former eChampions League winner himself.
Yeah, the only undefeated player today.
Yeah.
Only undefeated player, Emre Yilmaz.
This is a huge, huge result here. Anders Vejrgang 1, Danny Pitbull 5.
Even for goal difference.
Absolutely.
That is so important. It's a huge win for Danny. Now his reactions says it all. What a win for him against one of the best players in the world, who shows a lot of fair play. So a lot of claps for Anders.
Yeah, and things to think about for Anders. He'll be watching that last round, hoping results go his way and hoping he stays hanging on to a top 8 position. He's on 12 points, having played all his games today, with competitors around him still to finish. Have a look at this. Jaden, 8-5 up, 13 points. He came into today on 6, 2 wins and a draw, Case. What a day for Brighton and Jaden.
What a day for him, and what an improvement from last year as well.
Absolutely.
He was so disappointed in how he performed last year, and I think that he'll be really proud with this weekend as it stands.
Yeah, I've had the opportunity to speak to him once today, and then obviously yesterday at the end of the day, and he really fancied his chances today with the matches that he had, and he's performed really, really well, Santu.
Absolutely astonishing. It was flying actually yesterday, so he needs to keeps on going on what he can do at his best.
There you have it. Full-time result, Giobone 5, Jaden 8, as we round out Emre Yilmaz's last game of the group phase, with another 3 points to add to his tally. He was the 2023 ECL champion, lifting the trophy aloft in Istanbul. He'll be looking to do the same in Munich. He's got to get there, though. And with this group phase performance, it means he only has to win 1 match tomorrow. 16 points is really good.
It's a lot. It's a lot compared to the fact that the leaderboard is so tied to each other, and 16 points is a huge amount.
And it's so important. 1 win, and they're booking their ticket to Munich. They are this close to getting to those knockouts, this much closer to the trophy, and so top 8 is just so important.
It's going to be a late red card.
Red card for Lugonego. Maybe a bit of a frustration in this challenge. Or maybe for the goal difference.
Think he scores this, Emre? I think he scores.
Yes.
I think he scores.
Yes.
That's it. With a dead ball plus.
Ooh, we're going for a little pass. Ooh. I'm disappointed he didn't shoot.
Same.
I'm really disappointed he didn't shoot directly. But it doesn't matter. Lugonego with this result finds himself on 9 points. Quite a few players left to play on that 6-point total. It could come down to goal difference.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very close. That's why we mentioned it's the small moments that
Him
matter.
conceding this chance here, that could be detrimental, Santu.
Yeah, this is absolutely a difficult moment for Lugonego, because he tried to not concede a goal, but he did in the late minutes, in the late seconds actually of the game.
Emre Yilmaz 16, Samu Gamer 15, Levi de Weerd 14. You can't shake off Emre, Levi. They always seem to perform, and they always seem to do it on the biggest of stages. There's your top seed with half the competition still left to play.
He's found himself there, and let's see if he can clutch up.
Well, look, if Ali Online, who's had a lot of hype about him today, is to get a result somewhere. Imagine if he gets one here against Nicholas, who's been to an eChampions League before. Off the back of a La Liga FC Pro win for a 2nd year in a row. He's already got World Championships in his back pocket again for an 8th year. Mr. Consistent is what he is, and he could be off for an unbelievable start here with Marcus Llorente. This is going to be so hard to know where to look, Ravison, because there's 9 games at this table on the left-hand side. Oh! He's going to keep on moving, Nicholas. Will dart up the table.
I don't know how I'm going to keep up with all of this. I got to look right, left, right,
Well,
left.
right now,
look at the
Nicholas is
table.
on 10 points. He's going to be on 13 now. That's enough to be in the top 8.
The thing is, if Levi is able to at least get a point on a win, he's going to make it into a top 8. So Karim is back, is winning as well to make it into a top 7. It seems like 12 points is not going to be enough, Brandon.
Well, as we said, there are multiple places where you can watch all of these games unfold. A-Stream, where you're with us right now, we're guiding you through all of the action with our team of analysts as well, which will be giving us updates from the matches that we aren't seeing. But there's a B-Stream and a C-Stream. Bradley versus Tekkz, Ivan Ilsen against Jonny. There's even a world where, you know, Ivan Ilsen's on 4 points at the moment, Shells. He's in 33rd on the table. He wins his game, he could be in the top 24.
It's going to sound bad, but I didn't even look that far down the table, but it's true. Anything can happen in the league phase, and that's what makes it so unpredictable. Anything can happen.
Gramerson, where will we see a format like this again, where in round 6, even on 3 points or 4 points, you've still got a chance of being in the knockouts?
Never really, and nowhere. I mean, this is the first time that I'm watching a format like this. I gotta tell you, to keep things up, it's impossible, Charles. You're looking to the left, right, up, down. Things are happening
everywhere. It
everywhere.
just shows that every round in this format is very crucial. You see people celebrating draws in round 2, round 3, and in round 6, this is where it all matters.
Well, as it stands, Emre Yilmaz topping the table. And one of his games was against Anders Vejrgang yesterday, his opening win. In case you missed it, he just lost the game, which means that Anders' 12 points might not be enough, Shells, to keep him in the top 8. You might have to play the extra knockout game tomorrow.
Yeah, but to be fair, an extra round for Anders, I don't think that's a problem. That just means he started heating up if he wins that round. And I think for anyone in the top 8, that's one guy you don't want to face.
With the scores as they stand, I know we're only early into the game, but Matthias Bonanno, Gramerson, 1-0 down, 6 points for him. Probably isn't going to be enough.
It's not going to be enough because as it stands, he's out of the competition. Both Tekkz and Matthias Bonanno, as it stands, both Man City players will be out of today's competition. I cannot believe it, really.
I don't think anyone made that prediction and started the tournament.
Oh, this isn't going to be good either. Because look at what's just happened here. Bradley of Genk leads Tekkz by a goal to 0. Are we on to see the Premier League champions, both Manchester City players, eliminated in the league phase? Nicholas finds a seconds just offside. That one won't count.
Another player that we've talked loads and loads today, Fuma, just winning the game 1-0, and that's 9 out of 9 points. Perfect day for him.
Yeah, I mean, Fuma yesterday was very disappointing, but I know the quality he brings, and when he gets going, as you can see, he's on 9 points. It puts him in 20th position right now, and he qualifies through to the knockout phase.
Just trying to keep an eye on what is going on here. Obviously, you're looking at the scenario here, which comes across all tie-breakers and covers everything. Matthias Bonanno now back in to the knockout phase. Mainly because a lot of results have happened, including his teammate losing his game.
There's a possibility that Bonanno or Tekkz could be the one to knock each other out.
And there's a possibility now that Karim is back on RBP, are fighting for that top 8 spot because of goal difference.
Karim is back, currently in the top 8. Anders Vejrgang just outside. Constantly moving and changing is the league phase here in the ECL. If you've just joined us, you've joined us for the best rounds. 12 players will be eliminated in the next 25 minutes or so. He's damaging for Nicholas. Clever effort there, Shells. Probably deserved the goal.
Yeah, I mean, Nicholas, you see with the intention there, as soon as he got ball into Harry Kane, he tried to get the low-driven finish in the box. He's very aggressive with his strikers at the moment. Oh, great pass.
Reckon into Lorente! Alien Lion! He's back in this one with a 1-1 scoreline.
It all started with the Hullet pinged pass into the midfield, and Marcos Llorente in a really not a position you expect, but that's of course Alihan being coached by the main man Nightwatch. You expect weird things, maybe wing back, we don't know really.
Yeah, I mean, Nightwatch always got cooking up something funky, but yeah, that's the shame with precision shooting though. You might not think the chances will go in, but bit fortunate to pick the ball up, but great piece of skill to make Brandy 2-0 up.
Oh, Magiri into a drag back. Shells.
I mean, Assault, once again, he looked very good against Samu Gamer, who's sitting on 15 points, one of the best performances of the weekend so far. So Assault, I knew he had something to bring, but a slow start from Tekkz so far.
Well, 1-1 here. See, no doubt about it, Nicholas and Alian will both be in the top 24. Just whether they want to try and get a spot in that top 8. A drawing scenario moves Nicholas out of the top 8. And it puts Anders Vejrgang back in the top 8. Jonny drops down a few spots, as you can just see he's 1-0 down.
Wow.
Ivan Ilson, are you in the knockouts? He is. He would be at this moment in time. He goes into 20 seconds.
Now this is amazing. This is too many people dropping in and out, in and out. It's going to be a head loss until the final whistle goes. There's going to be a lot of heartache for sure.
To try and recap what on earth is going to be happening in these dire moments is going to be so hard. 9 games, all with different scenarios on. There's also 18 players in the players area right now watching this all unfold on multiple screens. I would love to get a shot of that. Because you've got players like Resende that are just going to be begging.
Whoa!
Here's Nicholas, Harry Kane. That should put him back into the top 8.
This is crazy. I can't keep up. I don't know how you guys do this.
I mean, this is a perfect example of how to punish being the centre-backs out of position. He put both centre-backs out of position. He tried to open up the angle to the wing. That was the first time pass. Brilliant goal by Nico.
Important goal back for Tekkz here. 27 minutes into the game, he went 2-0 down against Bradley. It's a way back into the game for him, but he's currently in 29. Someone else who we haven't really spoken about is Mark Marley. I know he's up against a player who's not at the best of eChampions leagues. But 3-1, he leads. Ali and Lyon can't find a way through that time, and this is a great excuse for us to have a breather and check him with FG.
I don't know where I'm going to throw to first, Brandon, because, I mean, we've got heads in hands here. Listen, you said that Marley was 3-1 up. There's just been a goal in that game.
He's just tackled his centre-back. He's literally just tackled the centre-back. Bryce has to make it 3-2. I thought Marley was cooking up a storm, but hey, I've checked the weather forecast. He should be all right here.
I mean, there's one of Marley's goals
goal.
as well.
It's a lovely little green far post. Always good finishing from Marley. I would know from playing against him.
Fuma, you got to.
And Fuma as well has just missed a massive chance. But let's stick with this Mati Bonanno equaliser, Casey. Massive game for him here as well. A huge game. He went 1-0 down early and he's equalised.
No, he's literally been throwing the kitchen sink in this game because it could have easily been 4-1 in favor of Mati Bonanno. He has been trying and trying, but only 1 goal to his name. Damas is scoring early, but it is 1-1. He needs to win this because it is so close in this table. He could possibly get eliminated.
Look at the table that you're seeing right now, and if you look at that, there's the knockout phase. If we pan it a bit down towards that way, we can see how tight it is. This is the last round of fixtures here in the eChampions League. We've got hands on our heads. Ryan, what are you seeing?
I just can't believe what I'm seeing from Fuma right now. He's in on goal. He might actually score, actually. Yeah, he does. Never mind. All right, it's 2-2. He's playing against Brancher, who is already mathematically eliminated.
Same over here. Bryce already mathematically eliminated. Has just scored a free kick from the other side of the earth.
I mean, there are goals going in left, right and centre. I mean, we're going to head back to the feature. I just don't know where we can watch.
I can't believe this.
I mean, we're doing what we can, and so are you. Do not look away. All I'm hearing is the back of the net being hit from all angles. Bradley wants to send Tekkz out of the eChampions League. He moves into 14th place on 10 points. And it looks like Nicholas is also added another one onto his tally as well of Harry Kane. He sits in 4th in the league phase. Remember, what they're playing for is to be in the top 24 out of the 36 competitors. Jonny pulls the goal back. Gravison, he moves up into 5th.
Wow. And it seems like for the moment, Resendes is still alive and still on the top 24, even though he has only 6 points. But I don't think that's going to be enough. I think if you got 6 points at this moment, you'll be eliminated of the ECL.
If you was for Sunday, Gravison, do you think you can stay there and watch, or would you go outside for a walk?
I'd probably go outside for a walk, because if not, I think I wouldn't be able to just be alive, really.
There's never a nice feeling when someone else's hands can jeopardize your tournament, but that's That's the beauty of the game.
Well, Nicholas, there was never in doubt he was going to be in the top 24. It's just if he's going to be in the top 8. Jonny, he went 1-0 down, Shells. He's back in front at 2-1.
And that's another bicycle kick from the corner. We've seen that so many times. Harry Kane missing a 1v1. We expect Nicholas to be putting that in the back of the net.
Do keep in mind as well that 18 players they've already played their games. Such as Emre Yilmaz, Samu Gamer, Anders Vejrgang, just to name a few. They've already done all they can.
No.
Trivela! Nicholas is moving Alian all around the place. What's happening over here? Is Tekkz just equalised? Oh! He has equalised! 3-3 all square there. That drawing scenario.
That has to be one of the best goals we've seen today.
Boy is fighting. He's currently sitting on 5 points, fighting to get in through the knockout phase. And if there's someone that can do it, I'll back the boy Tekkz. But Bradley is looking very strong as well.
It puts him on 6. Tell you what, he might be on for another goal before half-time here, Tekkz. He was 2-0 down against Bradley.
He's through.
Here he is now. Pele into Xavi. That's going to fall back to Rivaldo.
You can see the confidence slowly starting to grow in Tektz's attack, but Bradley needs to see if he can try and hang on, because when Tekkz gets going, it's very hard to stop around the edge.
Well, when that table is a day like it is now, that'll be Tekkz on 6 points, which puts him 24th as it stands. That's where you need to be in the knockout. Say if you're in this scenario, Shells, and you know everything that's going, well, you don't know everything that's going on around you. What's the mindset? Just get your head down and do what you've got to do, so you know you've done all you can.
Yeah, you literally got to control the controllables, as my little mental coach used to tell me. You can only worry about what's in front of you, you know, but it's hard because you know someone can save your life. It is a very tough situation. At the end of the day, you just got to try to focus on your game.
Over here, is that an equaliser? From Ivan Ilson, it is.
Hey, come on.
He's pulled back another goal. Half-time in this one. Chance for those two players to have a breather.
But still not enough for Ivan Nilsson. He has to score another goal. And this is not helping.
Very unlucky there. But you can hear from the coach, from Ivan Nilsson. He was telling me he's playing very good. And something you might not want to hear. And you know you need a result, but he just needs to keep going and try.
3-2, Jonny leads. He won't want to see that one again.
That's unlucky. That's unlucky.
At this point, he will certainly take it. There is no way that he can top the table, Jonny, but he can certainly put some pressure on Samu Gamer for the second place spot here. Back to this one now. Nicholas against Alian Lyon. Javinho. That wins him a corner. And it goes to Hullet, who had the idea for an acrobatic effort. Well, that's the top 8 on the left-hand side as it stands right now. Emre Yilmaz most definitely will be topping the league phase here. Fuma's just scored a big goal. You just seen his name flash up, and
Tekkz is out. 25th.
that would move Tekkz down the table into 25th. Resende, by the way, is hanging in that top 24 still. No matter what's happening around him. Just look at him, he's on 6 points there.
This is going to go down to the wire. It's crazy.
Tekkz.
For some players as well, it's their last kick of the season, maybe. Over here now with Tekkz. This is a replay. This must be a goal for Tekkz. Xavi into the aerial read. Tekkz now. That will put him on 8 points.
Listen, I've got some insider information about Tekkz. I've been playing a lot of pro clubs, 11v11 with him. And if you don't know, he's made this pro into Messi. And with the dribbling, the confidence is slowly growing, and I think he might be able to do it.
Well, let's just see this chance coming from Nicholas as he looks for a fourth. Good save from Buffon. And we've just seen Tekkz jump up the table. He's now at 20th spot. Remember, it's the top 24 you need to be in at the end of this round to be in the knockout stages. tomorrow. I'm just looking across there. There's 6 players, all on 6 points. Goal difference being the difference right now. FG, over to you. How on earth are we breaking this down to people home? Because I've got no idea.
I mean, to be quite honest, we're not. They've just seen a goal from Matty Bernardo. He went 2-1 down against the Masters. He's just scored with Thierry Henry.
He is officially back in this game. For a second there, we were seeing him drop down into the elimination station, but it is 2-2 and he's back up. It's up and down. It's insane.
This format is probably the best I've ever seen in esports. Right, Ryan, quick one. You're watching a player who's now in the top 8.
Karim is back 6-1 up against Brent Whidding right now, which means, as you said, goal difference puts him currently 7th. So he's flying.
Mark Marley, how's he getting on?
Mark Marley, 4-3 up, scored a header from a corner and looking like he's going to clutch his way into the top 24.
And remember, there's 9-minute halves in this game, so we've got a lot more action to come. We're going to head back right now, but I mean, it's ridiculous. Tekkz has just scored another one.
We're everywhere we look, the goals are going in. It's replay central over here because Allian Lyon has just bagged an equaliser against Nicholas. Levi Finn has also just grabbed himself an all-important equaliser, which puts him in the top 8. Tekkz has scored again.
A bit.
He won't care, Shells. Look, in this round.
I like to feel sympathy for everyone. You know, Bradley, I'll be feeling a little bit sorry for him there.
He just wants the ball to go in the back of the net and do what he can to be in the top 24. I mean, where do we want to look here, gents? Because this game, in the nicest way, is not as big as other matches because Nicholas is already in the top 8. If he can win this game, both
just brought one back against Young, and they're both
definitely in the top 24. If a winner starts to prevail here, I mean, where do we want to look? Because Tekkz is cruising. Let's quickly go over to Tekkz if we can. He's 5-3 up. Why this is so important here, you ask? He was 2-0 down. He was going out of the competition, and now he's looking very confident, Gravison. He's 19th in the league phase.
Shells mentioned it. When you see Tekkz dribbling like that, it's just, you know, the confidence is there. I mean, he's been playing perfect at sea for the last, 10 minutes or so? And it's just, he needs to win, and of course, with the way he's playing, he's going to get it. But
first time as well. Sorry to interrupt, Gravison. Resende out of the top 24 now.
There's so many scores to watch out for. I've got my eye out on Fumo, who's currently drawing 3-3.
Wow.
Cooler versus
4-3.
Young, both of them.
Fumo scored.
Young just about scraping in with 7 points at a minute and currently winning 4-3. There's a lot going on.
Tekkz looking for goal number 6. If he does find it, we'll leave him to it. Bradley, is he onside? Into Xavi, round the goalkeeper. Well, this just got a lot more interesting.
Decisive pass, one of the best play styles in the game. You can see him play locked into Kaka, and that's why he's in the team with a trigger run to Xavi. Great composure, and Bradley has pulled one back.
If Bradley does get to a drawing scenario, Tekkz will be back onto 6 points. And then it becomes about goal difference again, because Resende has just jumped back into the top 24.
Wow. And I feel like we've not talked about Young enough. He got 1 point at the start of the day, and he's just alive, fighting for his life. 4-3, so Shells. I mean, if he just concedes a goal, he could be out.
And the guy that will replace him is Cooler, the guy that he's up against right now. So it's going to go down to the wire. I don't know what's going to happen.
The best part is what potential knockout games we're going to see tomorrow. That's what I can't wait for. Ooh! Penalty! In a massive moment for Tekkz.
I've seen him do that on pro clubs many times.
Well, he steps and Rivaldo from the spot does score. Now the idea of a knockout phase for him looks closer and closer.
Shells, break it down. This is the technical pro clubs?
Yeah, this ain't pro clubs. This is the technical dribbling, driving forward with Rivaldo that wins him the penalty. Assault tried to make a read and be aggressive to get the ball, but unfortunate to give away the pen.
Over here now, Nicholas back in front, 4-3. That puts him back in the top 8.
Another Vieira header. Another one. The only player in the whole competition to be using Vieira is scoring 2 goals.
Listen, I don't think we should be criticising Nico and the players that he selects, because we know Nicholas, his personnel, he knows why he selected them players. And Vieira grabbing 2 goals, proves its worth.
Levi Finn scoring the 5th goal. Ooh. And Bradley scored the 5th goal as well. What the hell is going on?
This is not done. I'm glad he's enjoying it, because we are. This is stressful to watch.
It's a bit of a peekaboo from Bradley there. I don't think Tekkz can do anything to stop that, I'll be honest.
Now only 1 goal in it, which is not safe in 9-minute halves. Over here now, Jonny. Looking to take that 2nd spot on the table if he can get there on goal difference. He's enjoying himself. The champion of last year is in the top 8. He'll be 1 win away from getting back to a top 8 in the ECL, and he'll be on the plane to Munich. A Barbo.
Trivela post play style. Tekkz has scored many corners. Is this another one? No. Defended by Hullet. Now a chance for a counter-attack. I really don't know where to look, Shells.
Boomer, 5-3. He's currently sitting in 19th, which is very... I think that's the highest he's ever been, to be honest. So
yes, it is.
He's turned it around.
Well, look at the numbers that Bradley's piling forward here.
You can kind of see the play. Bradley's trying to set up with the first-time pass. You can see what it has been working for a lot of players.
Well, someone else who's in an important game is his teammate, Matías Bonanno. From what we can see, it's very close to concluding here for him. Has to defend this, though. Can Matías Bonanno see out a massive 3 points, which could be enough to qualify him for the knockouts? No! He's given away a corner with 25 seconds left on the clock. And it comes towards Hullet. He's flicked on, and that should do it for Matías Bonanno. He will be on 9 points, which should see him through. Stressful is one word to describe the ECL League phase. Over here, Tekkz. Looks like he's also done enough. Taking the momentum from his teammate. This is an offside trap, Shells, you might not want to see again.
Yeah, I mean, both the City boys was looking like they're going out, but Tekkz with the first-time pass with Xavi, that's why he's in the team quarterback to Pele. That puts Tekkz in a 2-goal advantage. And it's looking like Tekkz and Bonanno will be making it through to the knockout phase.
Wow.
Ali and Lyon, 4-4 against Nicholas. These two are both through regardless in the top 24. It's just a chance for one of those two to get to top 8.
This is not enough for either of them. A draw is not enough.
Are we looking at Resende? He's still just sitting there.
Resende,
and we know he's in the other room just waiting, and he's still creeping in somehow.
If we could get a camera out there in that player's room and get on Resende, I want to know where he's watching this. Because 1 minute he's in the top 24, 1 minute he's not. Let's jump over here.
This is it.
This is massive because as it stands for Young, he's on 7 points and he's in 23rd. 10 game seconds away. What is he up to? Long ball forwards.
Is that going to be enough? Maybe.
Well, the problem is, I don't think anyone really knows. It should be enough for him. He's on 7 points. If Bradley gets a goal here... Oh, my.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my.
These Javellas.
This could be a ridiculous ending. Bradley gets an equaliser. He goes on 8 points. Tekkz goes down to 6th, and it's all about the goal difference between 5 players. Which, as it looks to be, Gravis, Resende's got the best.
Yes, it is. But you can see Bradley, as soon as he scored, he looked at the knockout phase table as well, because he didn't know if it was enough for him or not, with 7 points. You can see everyone, every single player is looking at the league table because they don't know if it's enough or not.
No one knows if it's enough or not.
Well, let's just quickly round out this game, by the way. This is Karim is back. And it's safe to say he is back in the knockout stages again in an eChampions League. He is looking to keep himself in the top 8, 10-2. This man scored 11 goals earlier today. He is on goal-scoring form.
What happened? Marley has just brought one back that put Resende out of the knockout phase, which is going to go down to the wire.
Well, Karimi's done his job. As it stands, top 8 for him. Better goal difference than Anders Vejrgang. It allows him to skip an extra round tomorrow. Full-time result there. Congratulations to him. Has he done enough for a top 8 is what he's thinking. They are looking at the broadcast, trying to understand. Alien Lion! How big could that be for him? We've got to stay with this one, though. Tekkz, 2 minutes away. How are you playing these last minutes, Chels?
It's so hard. In 9-minute halves, you kind of feel like it's too early to waste time because you know you can lose it easily. But Tekkz, he is a mastermind in these situations. I don't want to give him the commentators curse. But you've got to be patient now. 89th minute, you've just got to hold on to the lead.
Bradley's looking at the league table.
Yes. He's safe.
He's safe, yeah.
He is. But if he concedes another one, we don't know, so...
Well, as it stands, 7 points is enough. Bradley, if he scores this, it could send Tekkz out. Added time of 3 minutes. Just has to defend this. Tekkz does enough and he will be into the knockouts tomorrow. Bradley's already there. Just depends if he wants to ruffle a few more feathers and do someone else a favour. Zambrotta down the byline, just needs to defend, make one good call here. Into Zico, into Ricardo Kaká! A goal that changes everything here in the eChampions League!
I'm not going to lie, that was fantastic from Bradley. I'm not going to lie. It's heartbreaking for Tekkz, of course, I know, but wow.
As it stands, Resende back in the top 24, Tekkz in 25th. And maybe the biggest upset of all in the eChampions League.
Resende's back.
Resende, I don't know where he is in this building, but I can assure you he'll have a smile on his face. The headline news is this: on goal difference, Tekkz eliminated from the eChampions League phase.
Alihan is on the top 8.
What's going on?
An Alien Lion, in his first proper LAN event, has just made a top 8 and defeated the Iceman in Nicholas. You simply don't know where to look, because every time you look away, it changes here. And in our final game, this is how it looks. Jonny, we know he's through, we know he's in the top 8. It was just a question of, could he take Samu Gamer off second spot? Well, we have a moment to have a chat, guys. How are we feeling?
I'm stunned, honestly.
What on earth?
Obviously, commiserations to Tekkz, but you got to give credit where it deserves. Bradley, honestly, fantastic in the 90th minute. I mean, he didn't need the result to put him through, but wow, he just put Resende into the knockout phase.
Ryan, FG and all the guys are basically screaming at us because as it stands, first round of the knockout, it's Anders against Young.
Anders versus Young for the trilogy tomorrow.
Here we go.
In a knockout round in the eChampions League. How about that for a teaser for you? There's already bad blood between those two. Well, guess what? It looks like they're playing again tomorrow. This is our final game of the round. What you are looking at on the left-hand side of your screen is 99.9% correct until the final whistle's blown here. That is correct. Tekkz will be eliminated alongside 11 other players. And that's your top 8 as it stands. Emre Yilmaz top, Samu Gamer second, Jonny in third, Levi de Weerd in fourth, Jaden Groner, Brian of Albion, who teased that this might be his last pro tournament. Karim is back. Di Fernandez and Alian Lyon, the champion of the Bulgarian League. What a top 8, what a league phase it's been, a new format, Gravison. I'm all for it, make it happen every year.
I mean, we thought the FC Pro was the best since we've ever seen on competitive FC, but I gotta tell you, in my honest opinion, this has to be the best format we've ever seen on competitive FC. This was just amazing, the shows.
And what was the word of the day yesterday? Ruthless. Bradley didn't need a result. And I don't know, the composure he showed to knock a player like Tekkz out. Wow, I'm still speechless.
Good news for the team behind the scenes as well that have been absolutely superb for us. They've kept us updated somehow. We are done. The league phase for these 6 rounds is complete. 12 players eliminated, 24 guaranteed to be into those knockout stages. Jonny is already there, we know. He's in 3rd place on 15.